Good morning, dear students. We are going to discuss about the remaining part of the lesson. Already we have discussed about what is mean by respiration, what is breathing, and definitions and so on. Right? In this class, we are going to discuss about cellular respiration. That is the two types of respiration. What are the two types of respiration, and how the different types of organisms are going to respire. Okay. So how the different types of organisms are respiring. So this is what we are going to discuss in this video. Okay. Now let us discuss what is mean by cellular respiration. So you know that I have already said, if the respiration is taking place inside the cell, that type of respiration we call it as a cellular respiration. So what they have given, so it takes place inside the living cells, where mitochondria is involved for breakdown of simple food molecules, mainly glucose and carbon dioxide, and energy is released in the form of ATP molecules. This is what I have said. So what I have said, the process of breaking down of food in the cells with the release of energy. Okay, so that is what we call it as a cellular respiration. What happens here? The food is broken down and the energy is released, and it is happening inside the cell. So such a type of respiration we call it as a cellular respiration. It occurs in every cell of the organism. Okay, so there are two types of respiration in organisms. They are aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So okay, the two types of respiration are aerobic and anaerobic. If the respiration in which glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen to release carbon dioxide, water, and energy. So such a type of respiration is called as an aerobic respiration. What happens, Kana, here? Oxygen is involved in the breakdown of food molecules. Okay, so that is what food molecule is glucose. In the presence of oxygen, it is converted into what? Carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Okay, so where oxygen is involved means we call that type of respiration as aerobic respiration. And what does mean by anaerobic respiration? It is a respiration in which glucose is broken down in the absence of oxygen. Note down, absence of oxygen, to release alcohol, carbon dioxide, and energy. So where it happens, it takes place in yeast. Okay, so here anaerobic, that is absence of oxygen. Clearly you have to note, aerobic means presence of oxygen, anaerobic means absence of oxygen. So you have to note the difference between aerobic and anaerobic. Here aerobic respiration, the food molecules are broken down into simple substances with the use of oxygen. So oxygen is involved in breaking down the food. So such a type we call it as an aerobic. And food molecules are broken down in absence of oxygen. Such a type of respiration, what do we call? We call it as an anaerobic respiration. So that is what given in an equation: glucose, absence of oxygen, lactic acid, and energy. So what happens in the above equation? Carbon dioxide, water, and energy is released. Here in anaerobic respiration, what happens here? Lactic energy is released. Lactic acid and energy is released. Okay, now let us discuss about, and what we have to know, anaerobic and aerobic respiration we have discussed, right? Now let us discuss about respiration in insects. Okay, so insects, you know that a cockroach, other insects and all we are seeing in our life. Like, how do they respire? So how do they respire? For example, now we are going to discuss about the cockroach. Okay, so cockroach breathes through small openings in their body called spiracles. See here the second diagram, you can able to see the spiracles, isn't it? The part is labeled here. That is what we call it as a spiracle. It is a small opening in the body of the cockroach. Okay, through that only the cockroach will breathe. Okay, the spiracles are connected to air tubes called as a tracheal. You can see that many spiracles are there that is connected to a trachea. Okay, oxygen rich air enters through the spiracles and passes through the trachea to all the cells in the body. So what happens? Air from outside enters through the spiracles into the body and it moves to the trachea, and from trachea it is passed into all the parts, all the cells of the cockroach body. Okay, carbon dioxide from the cells passes through the trachea and spiracles out of the body. So vice versa is happening. From the cells, the carbon dioxide is coming out through the trachea, and through the spiracles it is moving out of the body. Air is entering in through the spiracles and moving out also through the spiracles. Can you able to understand how the insects respire? So next one we will see about earthworm. Okay, so earthworm breathe through their moist skin. I have said already in the first video itself, I have said, isn't it? Earthworms, so what they will do, it will breathe through the moist skin. The moist skin helps in the exchange of gases. Okay, so in the same way, frog also, what it will do, it will live both in land and water. So first when it comes to the land, they have lungs, they breathe air from the air through the lungs. Okay, when it lives in the water, it breathes through the moist skin. So similarly, earthworm, it breathes through the moist skin. Next, when you discuss about aquatic animals like fishes, so fishes, how do they respire? They will respire through the gills. Here the gaseous exchange occurs when water flows over the gills. Oxygen from the water, what it will do? It will diffuse into the blood in the gills and it is carried to every part of the body. So oxygen from the water enters into the diffuses in the blood in the gills. Blood, through the blood it will enter. Okay, and it is carried to every part of the body. Similarly, carbon dioxide in the blood of a fish diffuses out into the water from the gills. So here what is involved in fishes? Gill is involved in fishes. Okay, so gills are involved for respiration in fishes. Okay, Tangam. Next, we will discuss how the plants will respire. Okay, how do the plants will? Do you think the plants respire like other organism? So what they will do, just like other living organisms, plants to respire. Yes, they respire through the tiny pores on the surface of their leaves called stomata. So oxygen enters the plant while carbon dioxide leaves the plant through these spores. Okay, so the roots of the plant also will respire. How do the roots of the plant also will respire? They do so by taking in oxygen from the air spaces present in the soil by the process of diffusion. This and all you will learn in your larger classes. Okay, now you have to know they will respire through the tiny pores on the surface of the leaves called stomata. So that's what here it is given clearly. Plants also take in oxygen from air and give out carbon dioxide. This oxygen is used in the cells to break down glucose into carbon dioxide and water and release energy. Like other living organisms, what the plants also will do, they also too respire. How do they respire? The leaves have a tiny pores called stomata, which helps in the exchange of gases. The root hair also help to take air from the soil. Similarly, even the roots also will respire. With the help of the root hairs, they will take the air from the soil. So I hope you have understood clearly. We have discussed so many things, how the other living organisms and all respiring. Okay, Kanna, and that's all about this lesson. We have discussed what is mean by respiration, breathing, how do the human beings respire, how do the plants respire, and other organism respire. Everything we have discussed clearly. So listen to the video carefully and answer your 1 marks. Okay.